Okay, so it's May 10th, and early this morning we got news from Gerald Herbert. Herbert, Derek Carr is retiring after 11 seasons in the
Mm.
NFL. What we thinking so far about this one and the emotions? I mean, obviously he's had a phenomenal career. Always played some good football. Guys like Devontae Adams. I mean,
Mhm.
he's played on a few teams. But kind of, what's your thoughts so far with this
I
news
mean,
break?
it kind of Derek Carr. I mean, he was due for a bad tell. I mean, they started 2-0 last year, looking red hot, and then they fell apart. And then his shoulder injury kind of derailed the team overall. I mean, the Saints looked good for the first 2 weeks, and I mean, it just fell apart. I mean, I just look at Derek Carr's career. He's the only quarterback who has thrown 4,000 yards, 40,000 yards passing yards without a playoff win. He's the only quarterback in NFL history to do that.
Really?
Yeah, no playoff win.
I'm not gonna
And
lie. I assumed he had a playoff win. That's crazy.
no playoff win. And what decides Derek Carr is like, you look at his career, the 2016 season, the what if he never got hurt. Because he was on an MVP tour that year. He was going to win. I think he could have won
28
MVP
touchdowns to 6 interceptions.
in 2016.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, if he never got hurt and in that Denver game, it was just, I don't know. Him breaking that thing, his phobia in that game and or ankle, it's a big what if because they were 12-4 heading in the postseason. They lost the Chiefs twice that year in overtime, I think. And I honestly think they would have went in New England and beat the Patriots. How good that team was. Khalil Mack won Defensive Player that year. Amari Cooper, Mike Crabtree. That team was
Man.
good. That team was
You
really
have them
good.
beating the Tom Brady led Patriots in 2016?
Derek Carr was on a different mood, dude. You watch that. He was going to win MVP, in my opinion, that year. It's just Matt Ryan had a good season with it. But it was a very weak MVP season, I thought, with all the
Yeah.
quarterbacks. Because overall, I mean, Tom Brady could have won MVP that year. He only had 2 interceptions that year, but he was suspended for like the first 2 games, I think, because of Deflategate. But I
Yeah,
don't know. Derek
but I
Carr's.
mean, going back to that though, I don't think
Mhm,
I don't think it's fair to label Carr's career as like a what if. You know what I mean? I'm looking at it now.
mhm,
11 seasons, 4-time Pro Bowler. So you play more than 10 years,
mhm.
257 touchdowns, like you said, Brendan, 40,000 passing yards.
Yeah.
Um, I mean, that's a phenomenal career. We can't let this new age and this new era of football where you have guys like Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, and Lamar Jackson make it seem like just
Mhm.
being a good quarterback, a good starter, is like your career is just like not. That's a phenomenal playing more than
Yeah.
5 years, playing more than 2 years. I feel like in any professional league is a big is a difficult thing to do. So I
Yeah.
mean,
I
yeah,
mean, you look through his weapons through his career though, like he has some crazy weapons, like Devontae Adams, Mark Cooper, Darren Waller, Josh Jacobs, old Marshawn Lynch, a great
yeah.
offensive line. Um, I look back at that 2021 season. He almost had 5,000 yards passing that year with 23 touchdowns and 14 interceptions.
Yep,
I
I
mean,
see it.
he was a great quarterback. It just that 2016 season will always stand out for me, and then that 2015 season too was really good. His second year, um, I mean, he was about to get drafted by the Texans that 2014 season, but the Texans didn't want to do the risk because they drafted his brother before, David Carr. They didn't do
I
the.
think
They
I
didn't.
seen a post that his brother played. Him and his brother played at the same university.
I don't. Did David them play the same university? Because you look at college career. Him and Devontae Adams, that connection in the I think Mountain West, they were crazy with each
Yeah,
other. That was the
yeah.
craziest duo.
That was a big thing when they ran it back, bro. Like that.
Hmm.
That was a big deal. So
It was.
all in all, I think he had a great career, phenomenal career. What I
Hmm.
mean, he's I saw the video of him talking about, like people talking about his shoulder injury and all that. But it just seems like he's a good guy, goes to church and all that. So I think we saying the same thing in the sense of like
Hmm.
he had a good career. Could have been,
Yeah.
could have went this way, could have went that way, but at the end of the day, it's a great career. So
Yeah.
I think that's where we'll wrap it up at. Let's go
I
to
mean,
the NBA now. Or you
ooh,
got something?
I mean, now with the Derek Carr, gone, that kind of opens the door for the Saints now, though. 3 quarterback rotation now. Yeah, it kind of opens it. I don't know what the Saints are going to do at quarterback. I mean, it's been terrible. Now, either you got Tyler, Rattler, and Jake as your quarterbacks, and that's a 3-man course. So I have no clue what they're going to do.
It's going to be bad, bro. I can't lie. They may have to try to trade, or is signing Rodgers possible? Is it possible?
Honestly, I don't even know. The Saints have fell apart since the whole Drew Brees era fell apart. I mean, when Drew retired, they had James
I'm telling you can't start none of them 3, bro. Like,
I know. I mean, Rattler, you could. I think Rattler has a chance, but I don't know.
Nah, bro. To be honest, and I'm not even trying to hate or nothing, but bro, no. You got to sign one of those vets. Like, you got to get like a Jacoby Brissett type or somebody who's played football for a long time. I feel like to come into that situation now, in the middle of what is it now, OTAs or rookie minicamp?
We're rookie camp right now.
So yeah, you gotta get a vet if he even if he doesn't start, like just to be there, somebody who's played quarterback even as a backup, because
they're all young.
Would you say Jake, Spencer, and who else?
You got Tyler, Spencer Rattler.
Oh yeah, Tyler.
And then Jake Hannon, I think, or Heron, his other one.
Maybe Tyler could start. That's not crazy to say Tyler could start. I mean, you what, 25? That's what we were talking about when we streamed for the draft. So still though, I feel like you want a vet presence, regardless. Like, but yeah, anything else on Derek Carr, the Saints?
Well, I think that's all. Let's talk about NBA now.
Okay, let's do NBA. Big game 3, Madison Square Garden. Tickets up to $45,000 just to sit there. The most expensive ticket. But what are we thinking about this statement win, I think, from the Celtics? Because personally, I feel like it was probably so loud in that stadium, in that arena.
Oh, it was. I mean,
to dominate is one thing, but you know what I mean? Like, that's a must win, I feel like. If you go down 0-3, like I said yesterday, there's a good chance you get swept. And people were saying that was a hot take. That was not a hot take.
I think we got to look back at this. I just remember this. I went back to a long time when the Celtics were down this kind of big. We forget they were down 3-0 to the Heat a couple years ago. It was in 2022 when they went against the Warriors in the finals. They were down 3-0 in the series, and they came back, won 3 straight, and then they forced Game 7. I don't know. I'm trying to remember. Did they win that game? I don't know if they won the Game 7. But they were down 3-0 in the series, and they came back all the way back.
Yeah, they probably had to win the game. Yo, now that you say, when I think of that playoff run, I think more so of Stephen Curry in the Western Conference. I didn't know they were down. Would you say 0-2 or 0-3 to Miami? To be honest,
they were down 0-3 in the series, and they came back, and I'm like, so they've been here before. This team, it's a new team. Don't get me wrong, but they've been here before with the same guys, almost. I mean, you look at this game. Look at rebounds with anything. I mean, they didn't get out-rebound at all. I mean, Cat had a great game. I mean, Horford, did he step up? Let me see. I mean, Porzingis still played, but he didn't make a big effect. Richardson did really good, though. Richardson, 23 points off the bench is really good.
Bro, and let me just say this, bro. Like, after really watching the game, and granted, I'm gonna be honest, I kept watching the game with Real, and I was looking as the quarters went on. I saw they were up big going into halftime. I saw the Pritchard game winner going into halftime. But I didn't really sit down and start watching into the fourth quarter. It almost looks like the Celtics played so good they flipped it. Like, were the lights too bright for the Knicks? Because
back home, you think playing back home, you think?
I don't know. I definitely don't think it's the atmosphere, but maybe the lights were too bright for the Knicks. Because I say that because where's OG at? Cat did a great job, in my opinion, and what I watched to get into the free throw line, getting fouled, getting easy ones. Brunson's always gonna show up, but
I mean,
who's gonna score?
I mean, OG 2 games in a row. I think a total of 7 points in 2 games. A total of 7.
Well, what were you saying? My fault.
I mean, total of 7 points though. It's kind of like 1 for 6 though, 0 for 2 for 3. Cat, I mean, he had a great game almost. I mean, he went to the free throw line the most, 1 for 5, but 5 for 18. Brunson had a decent game, 9 for 21. I mean, overall, I think it was just a poor game by the Knicks showing up today. I think they had their confidence was very high. I think their ego was too high for them. They need to get humbled.
Hey, bro, I'm not gonna lie. I don't think this is the Knicks' fault. I don't think it's the Knicks' fault. I think this is a deep-rooted issue in the philosophy of how they're coached, bro. Because
think Thibodeau?
when you play a team like Boston that's so deep and has so much strength in numbers, you got guys like Pritchard off the bench, you got Porzingis who can score, you got Brown who can score, you got White who can score. Obviously, you got Tatum and Drew Holiday can go hit those open threes and then go play defense on the other end of the court. Yo, Thibodeau's playing these guys like 40 minutes. Like cats at the free throw line, like drenched in sweat, exhausted because he's playing 40 minutes. You got to switch it up. If you know your only scorers are Brunson, Cat, and Bridges, and you play them all on the court at the same time, you got to be subbing them in and out so they can get a breather, so they can do what they got to do. You know Brunson's going to show up in the fourth quarter, but you need 20-point Mikal Bridges games offensively because that's how deep a roster Boston has.
Yeah, that's the thing. You just got to keep up with that. I mean, Cat did play 36 minutes. Mitch played 19. It kind of sucks though. The Celtics, I mean, you have 2 big men pretty much. You look at their team, 2 big men. That's all they have. And I don't even see Cat as a big man. He's really a point forward, if anything.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, he doesn't want to get the rebounds. He doesn't want to be in the paint. He wants to play the forward pretty much half the time.
But he grabbed 15 boards, bro, and he got to the free throw line because it was some parts of this fourth quarter where they were like legit going back and forth, just chucking up threes. You know, Cat was the only one really driving in and getting to the foul line. So I can commend him for that. And he grabbed 15 boards. I'm telling you, bro, it's more so on guys like Mikal Bridges. And we can get into what they traded him for in the package that they gave up. We could get into all of that. But, you know, at the end of the day,
better trade than mine. You know, better trade than Luka trade. Shit.
To be honest, bro, I think there's an argument that's not even true. Like, real talk. But once again, bro, we can get into that trade all day. But yeah, you can't expect Josh Hart to go out there and give you 30. Like, you got to sub the scorers out if you're going to start them all at once. Or have somebody come off the bench, but you don't want to do that. So, you know what I mean? That's my opinion on it.
Yeah, I got you. I mean, you look at their bench. It's not the best, though. That's the thing. It's just Mitchell Robinson. I mean, Cameron Payne, McBride.
I'm not going to lie. PJ Tucker in shape. You may have to play PJ Tucker.
PJ Tucker,
he can hit a corner three if he's in shape. If he's in shape.
Oh, when I think about PJ Tucker, I just think nostalgic Rockets PJ Tucker, bro. In the corner, no matter what, just he'll hit that.
Hey, Harden get to the rim. They so scared he gonna go up and get fouled. He just dish it out to the corner. PJ Tucker, I'm telling you, bro.
No matter what, it's just PJ always got you. I mean, Tatum had a good game. I mean, still 8 for 20 though for field goal range, 22 points. I think the big factor was Pritchard coming off the bench, scoring that 23. I think that's a big factor for them today.
Me too.
I think heading to game 4 though, it's going to be more impact. I think the Knicks are going to be more ready. I think they stopped the little ego and all of that. They know reset it. It's a series now. It's not going to be a quick series. It's a series. So
I will say this. Shout out the commentating crew that was commentating the game, and Richard Jefferson also was saying the same thing as me about like Tibbs' philosophy and playing his players too long. Because once again, he played them. They were still on the floor with like 4 or 5 minutes left in the floor, down like 20. Like,
and right there,
bro,
right there's the ego. Like, that's the ego right there.
But I'm saying that to say the commentary did a good job because one of the commentators said the New York is still up basically. Like they still have the leverage because you know if they come back home and they win, they're still up 3-1. You know they pretty much still got the series. So New York still has all the leverage. I feel like they're really chilling as long as they make the right adjustments going into game 4. But I really don't know who could win it, to be honest. I feel like momentum just got balanced here. So I guess we'll see.
I mean, speaking of last night though, with the Nuggets and OKC, I mean,
Yeah.
that game was. I mean, it went to OT and all that. Jamal Murray showed up. Jamal Murray had a great game yesterday. I mean, I really thought OKC was gonna have a big statement yesterday. I really
Yeah.
did, but I mean, it was a good game, but overtime they just blew away. I think OKC just couldn't catch up late in the
I'm telling you,
game.
it's that experience, bro.
Mm-hmm.
That's the most valuable thing I feel like in the playoffs. But
It is.
when you win a champ, you just know what it takes. I feel like once you win a ring, I feel like you just know what it takes. But
Mm-hmm.
man, I feel like people trying to find every way to criticize and act like this Oklahoma team really isn't like that. Like,
I mean, they are like that, but they have to play like that. You know, they have to play every single game like that. I mean, we can't have Shea dropping seven for 22 for field
I'm
goal
just
percentage.
saying though, like we gotta at least hold them to the same standard everybody else is holding that. Like, I don't know why people just hate this team. Um, I feel
Well,
like
because I mean, this is
when
the best
Jokic
team.
has these 18 or 17-point games,
Mm-hmm.
like it's cool. Like it gotta be some common ground is what I'm trying to say. Like
I know what you mean about that. I mean, Jokic
the
did
nigga
drop
loses,
over
he loses
10.
by 50, and we don't hear nothing about it. And he drops 17. He gets no blame. Shea smiles after a loss, and you know what I mean? Like that's kind of weird though. That's what I'm saying.
Hey, Jim. I can see the narrative because the thing is, they won the title though. That's the thing. The Nuggets been here. They won the title. We know Jokic though. That's the thing.
Yeah,
I know what you can say with the blowouts and all of that. I can see that. You know, no one, the media is not going to talk about it. It's just because OKC's the narrative is they won the most games this season. They're the number one seed. They should take care of the Nuggets. They
so
should.
they're like the biggest threat, kind of.
Yeah, you know, the media is like,
I can see
we
that.
know they have to make. It's like the Celtics. If the Celtics lose a series, they already won their title. We know that their narrative is they won the title. The only team you could say is the Bucks with that. And once the Bucks lose, they don't talk about it. They just talk about Giannis. What is Giannis going to do? What is his
Yeah,
plan?
that's facts. That's facts. I will say though,
But
bro, like, I'll let you. I'll let you
mm-hmm.
finish. I'll let you finish. My
I
bad.
mean, the only player that they criticize the most of is like other than Shea in the NBA. I mean, LeBron, of course. They always gonna criticize LeBron no matter what. I think maybe Ja. They talk about so much about Ja, criticize Ja the most in the NBA because I mean he we never forget what he said. He's fine in the West. We never forget that. And then
Yeah,
hasn't won a playoff series in a minute. But
yeah, bro. But
in
I
another,
just feel like, and I ain't trying to cut you off,
mm-hmm.
but I'm just trying to
Yeah,
stay on topic. Like, I really feel like with this series, we're gonna learn a lot about this Thunder team, and we're also gonna have an
definitely.
opportunity to learn a lot about this Nuggets team because
Uh-huh.
the way it's looking right now, I feel like this has potential to really go to 6-7 games. Like,
Definitely.
and let
Definitely
me
can.
say though, Jokic coming out in the Joker suit is crazy. I mess with it. Hey, and he been throwing fits lately. Oh, hey, they ain't even been peeping. He
Oh
been throwing
yeah.
fits.
Yeah.
He like, you know what I mean? Like, I gotta say, going into the series against, to be honest, the best stretch team in the NBA, you know, to really be competing, to make some headlines with what you got on against the best stretch team that's younger than you, I gotta commend Jokic for that. For real. He really getting creative with it. So, you know what I
I
mean?
mean,
I ain't no Jokic hater. I'm just saying, I'm gonna peep
I
the
agree.
bias stuff though. I gotta speak on the
Device.
bias stuff. That's what I'm saying. But
I got
any
you.
last thoughts on it, Brendan? We rolling on the 20 minutes here, bro. What you thinking? Any last thoughts before we?
Um, I mean, we just got to see how this playoffs is going. I mean, I don't know. I mean, this is the most interesting the playoffs has been in a while because you don't know who's gonna win.
Yeah,
You don't know. The only series that we might be close to right is the Warriors and Timberwolves series because Curry. There's no Curry. That's the only factor. But I mean, this is the one year I don't know who wins it. I don't because both these
yeah,
teams are
bro.
all down the series. So that's
Yeah,
all I gotta say.
yeah, and I'll just adding on that to end it off here. Like, no lead is safe. Like, you can't really turn off the game no more. You turn off the game, you check back, you check an app back, you check a scoreboard back in about 20 minutes. It may be a ball game. So just phenomenal basketball, competitive basketball. It's just a fun experience, something fun to watch. So Yeah, we'll obviously